And we're back. Hi everybody, how you doing? It's your pal Uncle Bruce here. Welcome to September. It's September the 1st, 2022. Oh my gosh, it's a Thursday. Tomorrow's option expiry day. Opportunities galore to make money on option writing. Welcome one and all to this show from wherever you're watching me from around the world. Global audience, it's great to have you here. Folks, you have opportunities here to make money. Do not fear upside. I hate to say it, but any good news that comes out on the economy is perceived as bad news. Any bad news that comes out is like perceived as "I told you so," and the markets are going to go lower. There's a war on right now between inflation, interest rates, economic output, and the corporations who are publicly traded companies, the ones that are out there, they're caught in the middle of this war, and there's a competition going on for people's cash and money. Now, every month, whoever is working for organization XYZ, whatever, whether you're a government employee, a private sector employee, whatever, if you're with an organization where you have deductions coming off your check every month for pension contributions, that money is what we're talking about. Where does that money go now? This month, next month, the month after. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it was easy. You just put the money in the stock market. You bought some bonds, some T-bills, kept it short term in the T-bill area, and you went long in stock. And you bought real estate. Pension funds would just go, well, we're going to buy pieces of shopping malls. We're going to buy office buildings. We're going to diversify our portfolio. We're going to buy into a subdivision being done outside of Denver or out of Dallas or whatever. Now it's different. At this time, we've gone through a pandemic. We're now in a whole changed landscape. There are a lot of people who aren't going back to work downtown anymore. A lot of people aren't going back to work, period, for their former employers, because they figured out they're worth a lot more money if they don't go back to their old jobs. They can make more money creating their own jobs as being self-employed consultants or contract workers or retainer type people, temps. People have turned themselves into temps, and they've realized, why would I go back to that crap job I had with no upside? Coworkers that are backstabbers, coworkers that all wanted, my desk and the guy ahead of me's desk, would do anything to get it. I had no chance. All I wanted to do was provide for my family, and I had a boss that was a tyrant who basically kept reminding me how lucky I was to have the job, and at any moment I could be fired. I mean, why would I go back to that? Funny how a lot of corporate America people are interviewed here and there. They all want to go back to the way it was. You know which ones we're talking about? These guys wanted to go back to the way it was because it was great for them. They were the winners back then. In 17, 18, 19, it was great. They got big fat bonuses. They were told by their top people, get rid of people, offload the 45 to 55-year-olders, get rid of them, keep the average workforce age down into the 30s, because once they hit their 50s, they get sick. And then it costs us too much money on their health plan. So get rid of those people, make life unbearable, limit them for upside, and they'll walk away. Just encourage them to get out. All of a sudden, 40 and 50-year-olds are going, this is interesting. The 55 and 60-year-olds have walked out. They got bought out. They've retired. They're not coming back. Their houses in the burbs went up $250,000 in value in the last 2 years. That's all equity to these guys. A lot of 55-year-olds have also figured out that with their experience, they could get 30% more if they quit and went to another firm. And a lot of them have figured out, up to 30% more, I guess. And a lot of them have figured out if they just work from home, they're quite happy working from home for even just 10% more money. Why? Because if you can get just 10% more money and work from home and not commute every day, that's like another 10% raise, if not a 15% raise. because you figure out how much money you used to have to spend to go to the office and back, buy lunch down there, get a coffee down there, maybe have an after dinner or after work drink with somebody. You add up all that money you used to spend downtown and your commuting costs or your car, your parking fees, gas, all that crap, maintenance on your car and everything. You just walked away from all of that. That could be 15% of your after tax income that you don't spend anymore just to get there and back. Now you're getting a 10% raise for your services on top of everything else to stay at home, and you control your work schedule. Whoa. Why would you go back to a cubicle, a glass little office, and the pressure pit that is awaiting you where you're just going to get the crap kicked out of you? Why would you do that? Yes, things have changed. It's a new lifestyle. People who are in the burbs, their houses have gone up dramatically because a lot of other people in the burbs don't want to go back to the office either. And a lot of folks are in the inner city are finding that they're working from home in an apartment downtown, wherever. And it's not that great. So they want to go to the burbs. They want a little yard. They want some lawn. They want a community with where you can walk the dog, whatever. Get away from the sirens and all the crap of downtown living. That's great for the very, very young and what have you. But if you're stuck in your apartment and all you hear is echoing off all the things, you might want to go someplace a little quieter and a little easier on the system, especially if you're working from your home. So maybe the burbs are the way to go. And so guess what? A lot of the 55 to 65-year-olds who were kind of working their last 3, 4, 5 years, they retired early because their houses shot up so much in value. They sold. They took the money and they moved to Sarasota. They moved to Tampa. They moved to South Beach. They've moved to Texas. They've moved to South Carolina. They've moved to Arizona. They've gone to California. Wherever they've gone to get away from the northern life to the retired southern life. And they're gone. They're never coming back. And corporate America still doesn't fully get it. They kind of get it. They don't want to really get it. But the reality is they're not coming back. And the 45 to 55-year-olds that used to be the ones that we used to get exited out, all of a sudden they're being asked to stick around. Let's not push them out the door. Because human resources departments are saying to their bosses, hey, you were trying to youngify the office. Well, guess what? The elders have walked out voluntarily. They walked with a whole bunch of dough. They don't need your pathetic lifestyle anymore. They don't need what you're offering. Now you better do something to hang on to these people. And how many examples am I hearing about from my beautiful viewers here who are telling me the changes at work have been stark, in some cases have been shockingly amazing, and positive work changes. Really interesting, isn't it? Anyway, it's getting interesting, more interesting all the time. The only bad news on the horizon now is that there are certain areas of the US and certain pockets of real estate, I'm going to say, that the beginning of the end has come into the market. And maybe that's an over-exaggeration, but the US housing market, the US real estate market, the Canadian real estate market, both are under pressure right now. Higher interest rates for mortgages. Higher taxes are coming, no question. Higher operating costs for every household everywhere. I don't care where you live in North America, you are paying more for electricity, probably for gas. You're going to pay more for taxes and services, and your repair costs are higher. Your possible renovation budgets are going to have to be dramatically upped. And if you need to borrow this cash to do that, it's going to cost you significantly more. If you want to sell your house, to retire somewhere else, great, but you might not get the price you wanted, because this month in September, the rates are going up 0.75% at the Fed, and that means mortgages are going up another 0.5% to 1%, and we could be talking about 6 to 6.5% mortgage rates by the end of this year. I think we're going to get a rate increase in October and November as well. We could well be at 6.5%, 7%. Mortgage rates across the board, everywhere in North America. Think about what that would do to the mortgage you have. Think about that to a mortgage you might be going for in the future. And this is where the younger workers are even further behind because they're not going to catch up. The only thing going for them is price decreases on houses, on real estate. The real estate pricing has to come down in order for people to afford the higher cost of borrowing money. You'll borrow less at a higher rate on a cheaper property purchase. We'll see how that goes. In the meantime, rents have been rising and rising. They're going to level off and then they'll start dropping again because there will be this oversupply of rental property that the landlords are like out of this world, asking the world for it, and they're not going to get it. And then they'll start dropping prices and away we go. But we're not going back to where we came from in any event, anywhere. That is done. We're done for. Goodbye to 2018-19. You're never going to see that society again. You're not going to see it. I believe that measurements like how many people are taking the metro system in New York or in Philadelphia, Chicago, any big city, Toronto in Canada, Montreal, Vancouver, how many people are commuting to work by car, by train, by subway, bus? I bet you the numbers are down. They were down during the pandemic, obviously. They were virtually non-existent, but they have not recovered back to pre-pandemic levels. And office space in downtown North America has shifted for good forever. Here in Calgary, this is boomtown right now. I'm in a boomtown. They just announced, the government here for Alberta, their surplus for their province. We have a province of 4 million people. I mean, there are cities in America that are bigger than our entire population. We have 4.5 million people here. The province of Alberta just announced that $13.5 billion was used in surplus money to pay down our debt, our provincial debt. We were at 93 billion in debt. We're down to 79 billion something in debt now. In 1 year, we've gone from 93 billion to 79 billion. This province right now is running a surplus over its spending, and it's a spender. We're terrible here. We are loosey-goosey with money at the government level. Oh God, the special interests are everywhere in this province because they smell the money. Despite the crazy spending, we're generating over $1 billion a month in surplus money, probably $1.25 billion right now. We're probably on our way to a $15 billion surplus this current year, thanks to energy prices. And the government will likely be in a position to pay off another 12 to 15 billion in debt if they want it to be that way. And they can go from 79 billion to 66 billion next year. This government hasn't had a balanced budget in 7 years. It's the first time we've had a surplus in over 7 years. That's how long it's been. It's been a dry run here with energy not delivering the goods. Why is that? This province is drowning in this stuff, and that's the problem. We're drowning in it. We can't get rid of it. We can't export our energy through pipelines, new pipelines, because environmentalists won't allow a single foot to be laid anywhere. It's almost impossible to get it out by rail. It can be done, but it's incredibly expensive. And then to bring it over the U.S. border, the environmentalists on the other side of the 49th parallel, the Sierra Club folks, they don't want a single barrel of Canadian oil either. It's not that they'd rather import it from somewhere else. They're just trying to eviscerate oil production completely. The problem with oil, unfortunately, for the most of the population is 99% of the world doesn't understand what oil actually is used for. We all think we know. It's used for gasoline, diesel. I mean, all the pictures we see when there's a news story about the oil and gas business, what are the photos that you see by the networks, the television networks? Oil refineries with all the flames and smoke coming off, diesel trucks, pumper trucks. Maybe a picture of a gas station. That's what you get. And that's what most people think oil and gas does. They don't realize the other uses of petroleum products in our lives. And it's everywhere in everything, including pharmaceuticals, including agriculture, for fertilizer. To grow our food, we need oil and gas, not to power the tractor. No, the fertilizer. um, Sulfur, that's a byproduct from natural gas. We use that in everything. It just goes on and on. And there's hundreds of uses for oil, hundreds of uses. But the one we talk about and the one that we are concerned about is how we burn it. We burn it to power a car. We burn it to at one point to make our electricity. We burn it to power buses and diesel trucks. And all we talk about is, well, we should convert to electric. We should get cars just to go electric cars, and we should have electric trucks, and that'll get rid of all the pollution, and it'll be just great. Well, that's about a third of all the oil produced. We'll use that. The other 2/3 we need for other purposes, and to convert the entire North American auto fleet, truck fleet, over to another source will take 30 to 50 years ballpark, and that's after legislation outlaws the gasoline engine. There's no way that that's going to happen in one thing like that. It's going to be a phased thing, and the special interests who want to keep it the way it is have got trillions of dollars of money, cash flow, and connections to keep it just the way it is, or really slow up the transition. And so the battle rages between this group and the planet in the middle going, sorry, folks, here's some more flooding for you. Here's some more drought for you. Here's some more this, here's some more that. And you guys all debate on why this is happening. You debate, but we're going to just keep deteriorating quality of life. Anyway, I'm all over the map today. Sorry about that. But this province is rolling in cash. But even here, real estate is under pressure. That's the interesting thing. Downtown Calgary, as I was saying a minute ago, or was trying to say a minute ago, office towers are empty. We've got 20, 30, 35% vacancy rates in boomtown Calgary right now. We've had boom time for over a year and a half. The oil prices have been great for quite some time, and we still can't fill the office buildings. And there's a lot of planning work going on right now. There's a lot of approval at City Hall being proposed to convert certain office buildings into condos for people to live in, to purchase and live in permanently. Some of the buildings will need to be retrofitted, of course. There's a lot of talk now about proposed buildings to go up here in the city eventually. That will be a combination of condos, a hotel, and offices. It's a triple use facility with the ground floor, below ground being parking, the main floor, first 2 or 3 floors retail. Then you have condos, then you have offices, then a hotel, and then in the top 25 floors might be condos. That seems to be the talk of the future of a lot of the real estate going forward, and retrofitting existing. Got to do something, kids. Got to do something. And these buildings have got to be compliant with regards to emissions. Any new building going up almost anywhere in North America, in Europe, you want to build a 50-story tower, it's going to have to be way more fuel efficient than what you used to build 20 years ago. Going to be interesting. Going to be really interesting to see how this all plays out. Anyway, the Dow right now is off 164. S&P's down 25. NASDAQ down 108. Oil is down 157 a barrel to 87.98 a barrel. There's, again, as usual, all kinds of issues out there. We're watching Apple right now down 90 cents to 156.39. I'm looking at GameStop at 28.30 or so, down about 34 cents. I think 28.20 down 44 cents. Watching these markets. You folks, option writers that are here, welcome one and all to everyone, but you option writers, I have stuff to tell you. I went over this topic a little bit last night in the Primetime show. Those of you who joined me last night for Primetime Live at 8 o'clock, I think we had a really good session last night. Those of you who are here this morning for the Gold Bagel Member Alert show that I did for Gold Bagel members that I do every morning, I went over this morning, and I want to tell the rest of you what I have in my thought here. more and more indications from some of you, either directly or indirectly, about the kind of options you're writing and the kind of money you're making on options. And I love it when you guys make money on options. You know, I love it because it's, you know, you guys are going to be around a long time in the markets where the fly-by-night guys are, you know, here today, gone later today. Fantastic. You guys are building cash flows and futures and you know, your own careers in being asset managers from bringing in money. But here's something to consider. I don't want you to be afraid of a downward moving market from writing more options. I don't want you guys to become guessers as to, oh, I think the market might go up and I won't write right now. I don't want you to play that game. You cannot afford to play that game. You will get crushed. You cannot outguess the market. You have to dare the market to take you on. And the way you do it is from a position of strength. And the position of strength that you guys can have is if you write a call on, say, Apple. Right now the stock's 156.25 and the pre-market is down 94 cents. Okay, is this a bad day? No, it's just down 94 cents. But the stock has backed off from the high of the high of the about a month ago, 2 weeks ago, was around 170 something. It's come down quite a ways. The key here is you've got to be able to take advantage of these dollar drops, multi-dollar drops, by bringing in multi-dollar returns on your options at the same time. You can't bring in pennies when stocks drop dollars. You can't stop writing options when stocks are dropping because you feel uncomfortable with the lower price. You have to be more aggressive. You have to write options into the teeth of that stock and hit it hard, mercilessly. You can't be the nice guy. You can't be sorrowful. You can't be sorry for anybody. You have to be option writers. And you've got to take advantage of the market when it's willing to hand you money, but you've got to be willing to take the money. You can't be afraid to take the cash. So if you've written calls, as I've said on GameStop and others, for example, GameStop, we talk about, a lot of you know GameStop very well. Not everyone here plays Apple, but on GameStop, the shares ran up from the, you remember before the split, it was around $80 to $100 a share. It ran up to this one, 40, 60, 60, 165 range. And when we did the split, we got up to $45 a share. That was 180 a share, pardon me. And we've gone from this $45 range all the way back now to 28, 29, down 35 cents. Many of you, was encouraging you, roll over your contracts, buy back your 30s, write 32s. The market kept going up, buy back your 32s and write 33s, 34s. Keep rolling up, keep going, keep going, keep going. Follow this market, follow this market. Write higher priced calls. As the market goes up, chase it with higher premiums, equal premiums, more time, whatever you have to do, get your account with more cash or higher strike prices. Because the moment a stock plateaus out and begins a slump, you want your contract to be instantly out of the money within days. Within a few days already, your contracts are out of the money because you rolled up to those levels. Now we've got the opposite effect going on. We've got stocks coming down, coming down, coming down. And many of you are getting too comfortable. You're like this, which is great. But some of you are getting way too comfortable because you're up 50%, you're up 70%, you're up 80%. And you're still not doing anything. You're letting the stock falter here and whimper out and do its thing, but you're not getting dollars. You're now getting pennies because you took the dollars, or you only wrote a contract for a $3.50 premium and it's now a $1.30 price. You can only get $1.30 more. It's time to make the move to build your cash balance again. You now have to think in reverse. You now have to go, all right, the stock is backed off and it doesn't look like it's coming back to 45 a share anytime soon. It's time for you guys to look at buying back contracts that you've written that have come down. And in some cases, I'm telling you, you've got to pay whatever price they're trading at with a stink bid and that type of thing. But in your mind, you might be saying, well, wait a minute, Bruce, hold it. I did rollovers to get up here. And the last rollover I did, I wrote at 550, and now they're at like $3 or 275. But I need it to go to $2 for me to be ahead on this thing. And I'm telling you to roll now. I'm telling you to pay the 275, buy it back, turn around now, and write a lower strike price call, much closer to this market, because you're in the 36 area, 38 area, $40 area. You're out of touch from a $28 stock. You're not going to make $5 on a contract if it's trading at 160. You can only make another 160, but you're going to have to wait 3 months to get it. You're not waiting 3 months to make another $1.60. You're getting out of that contract. You're buying them back at whatever they're trading for, and you're going to write a closer in call, if at all possible. Instead of holding January 2023s, you're going to write Octobers. If you're into Decembers or whatever, you're going to write September, late Septembers. I want you to come in I want you in here in the next 30 days, 60 days, 25 days, or whatever it is. And you have to write a lower strike price because the stock has backed off. It's time now to buy back these calls that have made you a bunch of dough, a good percentage of your money, and then write a higher priced call. I want you to bring in more cash. All right. You're going to have to write a closer in strike price because the stock has left your area code. It's gone lower than you thought it would. On Apple, classic case, there are people who are watching me who are sitting on 170 calls, 168s, 165s. You're way out of the area code. You have to buy those back and write 160s. You have to buy 162s back and write 158s. You got to buy 161s back and write 157s, because when you wrote the 161, it was 160 a share. You've got to get closer to the area code, which I'm hoping, even if it's the same strike expiry day, the same expiry day, if you can buy back this call at this expiry and write this call at this expiry, you'll get more money because it's closer to the market. Do not fear the upside of this market. Keeping in mind that if you are writing a 158, a 159, a 160 on Apple for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks out, it's all time premium. There's no book value you're getting. This is an out of the money contract. I want you to buy back an out of the money contract that is trading for this much, and I want you to write an out of the money contract that's trading at this much. I want you to add money to your account. More powder. Don't go spending it on something else. Hold it and let the Apple deliver for you a higher return. You've got to bring dollars into your account from these multi-dollar drops. There's no guarantee that Apple will stay at 156, 157 for the next week. It might be 155 to 160 for the next week. It could be 153 to 163 for the next week. It could go down to 145 this next week. It could. We've had a good drop on Apple, and it's possible that we might be leveling off for a little while. Writing calls that bring you premium, time premium, is the secret to success, and you want the shrinkage. So take a look at September 16, take a look at September 23rd, take a look at September 30 calls that are 156s, 157s, 158s, 159s, 160s, in that neighborhood for as much of this as you can get to buy back your way out of the money call that you wrote a long time ago and close that thing off. If you've made 60, 70% return on a write, if you've written a call for 5 and it's now trading at $1.50, all right, you have done exceptionally well. Really, really well. And I congratulate you. And yes, you could hold that contract now until it dies. Probably worthless. But for the next 3 weeks, if you're going to hold that for 3 more weeks, you can only make $1.50 for the next 3 weeks. If you buy that call back now and write another $5 call instead for the same expiry date, closer into the market, you can make $3.50 more because it'll go from 5 to 150. While the 150 goes to 50 cents, the 5 will go to 150. You'll make $3.50 more, like you have already. You have to make this kind of return. You should be going after this kind of return. It's time for you to be paid substantially, not pennies, dollars. If the stock wants to move dollars, you've got to make dollars. It's as simple as that. If you're only out into the penny range, you are underperforming on what's available to you. And that means you may have to you have to talk yourself into being a little more aggressive on your rights. And you have to say to yourself, all right, damn it, I'm going to do this. I'm going to write a call instead of for a week and a half out. I'll write a 3-week out call closer in for a fatter premium because I want more time money. And I'm going to get used to this. I'm going to get used to this possible stress, but it's really not stressful because you'll figure out very quickly that, gosh, they all depreciate. It doesn't matter what call I write, they all depreciate. The key here is, do you want to depreciate? Do you want to make 60% on your money on a $1.20 call? Or do you want to make 60% on your money on a $5 call? And there is the payoff differential. If you're writing only 1 or 2 or 3 calls, writing those $5 calls and making $3.50 a pop, that adds up to thousands of dollars quickly. 3 of those at $3.50 a piece to you, $1,050. You want to write 5 calls at $1.20 and buy them back at 40, you're making 80 cents. It's $400. There's nothing wrong with $400, but boy, you could have 1,000 for the same thing, the same right. You've got to take the dollars, not the pennies. Okay, markets go down faster and further than they go up. All right, we are not going to recover all the losses that this market has given up in 4 trading days. We gave up losses 4 days in a row. It would take 12 trading days to get this back. That's how much time you have on the recovery side of this market, and we're not going to recover. That's not happening right now. The economic conditions and the overall economic story out there is not conducive to a 5,000-point Dow rally as if magically all the world's problems are going to disappear in one fell swoop. This morning, first thing this morning, headline out of China. Can't remember the name of the city because there are too many of them that sound the same to me. There's a city deep inland. It's hundreds of miles from the ocean. It's not even on the coast. 20 plus million people shut down instantly. No one can leave their house. Now, this is a country, remember, this is a country that rules their billion plus people with an iron fist, which blows my mind because 1.3 billion people are terrified of their government. Terrified. And if the government says you can't leave your house, they don't dare walk outside of their house. Anyone who does dare walk outside their house, they make sure that you all watch this guy get the living crap kicked out of him by the police and get taken away. And that's a message to the rest of you. Stay in your house because we've got the batons and we're ready to beat the crap out of you to disobey our orders. 1.3 billion people are terrified of these guys, thugs. Reality is 1.3 billion people could knock off that government in 5 minutes because they could just overpower them with their numbers, but they can't organize to take them out. That's the issue. The reality is China just locked down a city of 20 plus million people like that because of a couple of cases of the virus. They could be locked up for a week, 2 weeks. That means every factory is shut down. That means the supply chain scenario in China is screwed up again because we're dealing with hundreds of factories in this region that deal with thousands of factories throughout the rest of the country, and it's all fouled up. And it takes a few days, in a week or two, and all kinds of the supply chain glitches show up. And this delays shipments, delays imports, delays exports, and it comes back to us and Europe and the rest of Asia because China is an exporter-importer. They're big time. They need the rest of the world to deal with them. This is another indication of how screwed up the world supply chain scenario it really is. And this is going to affect markets. This spreads. If they catch other cases around this one city to other cities, you could have 150 million, 250 million people locked up at any time, all sitting in their homes, not going to work, not traveling, not doing a damn thing. This is reality. This is going on. Remember, these are made in China. Okay, this is not an American-made product. Okay, it might be designed in Cupertino. It is marketed from Cupertino, California. You bet, yeah, there's some pretty sharp people in Cupertino, California, but there ain't anybody, not one employee of this company with that logo on it, there isn't one of them in Cupertino that can make this thing. They don't make a single one of these in Cupertino at all. And there are no plans going forward anywhere deep inside that organization, the world's largest publicly traded company. There are no plans to make this thing in a country that would be considered by most of us a Western type country. No, there's talk about building plants in India now. India is buying oil from Russia, big time, in the defying us with NATO, the West. India is buying oil from the Russians at a discount, saying, screw you, America. We're buying oil at cheaper prices because we can. They're now going to make these, and we might be the suckers to buy these that are made in India going forward, and China, two countries that are not helping us in any way, shape, or form in the big picture. Kind of makes you wonder, how is it that America's #1 company and the world's biggest public corporation supports these guys, all of these guys? It's nothing personal, it's business. And that's the answer. That's the answer that you'll get from unofficial sources at Apple or anywhere else. It's just business, man. Hey, we know the Chinese are crap. We know they lie. We know they have human rights abuses. We know they're crushing Hong Kong. We know that. But you know what? We can't make the phone any cheaper anywhere else with reliable deliveries, because, you know, those guys at Foxconn, they keep their employees in line. Yeah, with the help of the secret police and the uniformed police. If you're an employee of Foxconn, do you dare protest your working conditions? Good luck to you and your family if you did, because that factory is full of snitches that are waiting and watching every move everyone else makes. And any one employee just is out of line for 5 minutes, they're no longer at their desk anymore. And the other workers know it. They go, oh, what happened to Fred? Fred's gone. Oh, yeah, Fred had a little argument with his manager about something. And I saw it was going with a couple of guys to the office over there. They were having a chat. Wasn't that an hour ago? Yeah. The office is empty, isn't it? Oh, yeah, there's nobody in the office. Where's Fred? Well, I don't know. They're taking Fred's stuff away from his desk. They're cleaning out his office. Oh, I guess Fred got promoted. No, he didn't. He didn't get promoted. He's been erased from existence. He's been shown the door of this factory to another door with bars on it. We're not going to hear from Fred for quite some time, if ever again. They're terrified over there, and they can be shut down at a moment's notice. It is completely pervasive, scary as hell. The closest you'll ever get to understand how bad it is in China for a regular Chinese person. Again, officially, you talk to someone from China, or you ever see an interview with someone from China, everything's great. This is the greatest country in the world. The closest you're ever going to understand the terror of being someone with any free-thinking thoughts, you have to go to Berlin. Of all places, you have to go to Berlin, which is a wonderful place to go, one of my favorite cities in the world. And you have to take a tour. You can do a self-guided tour of the Stasi Museum, the former headquarters of the secret police for East Germany, which is in Berlin, because Berlin used to be a city divided between East Berlin and West Berlin. In East Berlin, you had the Stasi, the secret police, the government's largest employer. East Germany's largest employer was the secret police of the state of East Germany, a population of 14 million people. And if you had a career in the Stasi, you had it made. Guaranteed job for life, benefits, retirement benefits, no lack of cash, and unlimited, unfettered power to terrorize the 14 million innocent victims of East Germany. You take a little tour of that place, which has been preserved by the Germans. The West Germans came in there the minute the wall came down. Within a couple of days, they ran over that place. They took over the Stasi building, and they stopped all destruction of all files. and they have been putting back together all the shredded documents. They're putting them all back together again, and they have just been showing all the Germans out there, here are the files on your mom and dad and your grandparents that these guys kept. Whether you were West German or East German, didn't matter. They had files on all Germans. These guys were thorough, and all of the edicts they came out with and all the excuses to terrorize people for 40 years since the wall, since the end of the war, from 45 until 89. You want to get a handle on what it was like to be in a snitch-filled country where you have no idea if your friend, your coworker, your cousin, your brother, your brother-in-law, your sister-in-law, whatever, is a snitch for the secret police because they had to. Because if they didn't snitch on the family, they would be arrested for anti-state activities. You got to go there. And then you can understand what possibly it's like in a place like China. Scary, man. Scary. Yikes. I'm not interested in going to China, by the way. Anybody asking me, hey, you want to go to China? No, I don't think so. I think I'll stay here. I think I'll not go to China. Thank you very much. I'm disappointed that these keep getting made there and other products like this. I'm disappointed. I'm not surprised because, again, you keep your enemies closer. That's the old adage, and that's the way it is. So anyway, folks, you got to make money writing options. You're not going to get a 40% raise at work. You're not getting a promotion. Some of you will, and I say congrats. Most of you will not. You will not get 20% pay raises. You'll get 5% pay raises and lose 5% minimum to the inflation rate. Some of you have no idea, but you're about to be laid off. You're going to get notices in the next 6 months that you never thought you'd hear from your employers, no matter how long you've been there, because there are employers who are being forced to cut back. It's about to happen. It's already showing on the edges. We're seeing it on the periphery. Bed Bath Beyond, Radio Shack, Best Buy, they just announced the other day their numbers, 12% drop in sales. We've already seen it on Target. We've already heard it from other outfits. We're going to hear it now from secondary names, not the front line, but the second line. All the suppliers to the Best Buys, the suppliers to Bed Bath & Beyond, the suppliers to Target, the suppliers to Home Depot, they're all going to get cutback notices. They're all going to be delivering less merchandise to these stores because the prices have just gone up so high the consumer can't afford it. We're about to enter a recessionary phase where there's going to be this massive multi-level layoff notices, furloughs. And some of them are coming for you guys. And you have got to take control of your lives and be in charge of your futures, because it's not coming from your employer. They cannot help you. They don't want to let you go. They have to let you go. That is what's coming up 6 months in the next year from now. I'm not kidding. It's coming. And you got to be ready for it. Write options and take control of your life, because this market is just handing it to you, and get more aggressive on how much money you're taking in. Don't take in pennies, take in dollars, because you're spending dollars to get by. You need dollars to come in the front door. And you can definitely stay ahead of the markets, no question about it. Thank you all for being here. It's great that you're here. It's wonderful to see you. 175 drop on the Dow, 26 on S&P, 108 on NASDAQ. And that's where we're at right here, right now. What else can I tell you? We just got a lot of stuff going on here. I noticed today the British pound. I was going to mention that today too. The currencies. Have you seen the value of a British pound today? 115.73. We saw in April, May, and June, mainly April and May, the pound would not go below $1.30. There was sort of an invisible line of support for the British pound at $1.30 to the US dollar. It is now 115.7 and still free falling. The euro is at 99.9. Let's just call it parity. It is equal to the US dollar. We saw this stuff at 115 to 120 a year ago. Now we're looking at it at par. The US dollar is surging against other currencies. The US 10-year Treasury right now is up to 3.25%. It was at 3.19 this morning. It was at 3.10 last week. It was 2.8 a month ago. A year ago, the US 10-year was like 1.4. We've doubled interest rates on the 10-year, and we're going higher. The German 10-year was negative quarter of a point. It is now 1.6% on the 10-year German note. Italy is at 4%. We're back to 4% for Italy's interest rates. The UK is at 2.9, and it's going to go through 3% at any moment here, much higher. Not good news. Absolutely not good news. The experts who are following inflation in the UK and elsewhere are telling the world, anyone who wants to listen, and no one wants to hear this, but you better. Inflation in the UK is expected to hit in January, coming up in 4.5 months, 15 to 18% per year inflation for consumers in Britain. And that is why their currency is dropping as far as it is. It might go to 110 on the pound because British-made goods have got to be cheaper to the rest of the world for order for them to keep exporting. The problem is that everything they import, and Brits import just like they export, everything is going up in cost because the lower the pound goes, the more expensive everything else is for Britain. Oil at $90 a barrel, $86 a barrel, sounds great to us in North America. We're going, oh, West Texas, 86. We're going down to 320 a gallon, 289 a gallon maybe. We might get under $3 a gallon. This is great. Yep. Good for Oklahomans and Texans and other areas where there's low state taxes on fuel. The problem is the rest of the planet has to buy the fuel, oil, in US dollars. And if your currency is going from 130, the UK pound to sterling, from 130 to 115 to 110, that is a 25% increase in the cost of fuel, gas. So if it's $90 a barrel in Texas, that's great. Now add 25% to that if you're in the UK. Get it? That's $22 a barrel more to a Brit for fuel. And think about what that would mean to you. If you had to pay in Texas at $112 a barrel consistently, you're back to $5 a gallon. And that's bad news in America. Well, the UK, it's $8, $9, $10 a gallon. Crushing, absolutely crushing if you're over there. And think about the little guy, the cab driver, regulated rates on the meter. The City of London decides what cabbies can charge. How fast do you think the City of London is going to be to allow cab drivers to raise their fares by 10, 15%? Get in line, buddy, because everyone's asking London for higher prices. And the City of London doesn't want to do it because it's bad news for their politicians and it's bad news for their economy. And the cabbies are going, I either get a raise or I don't drive my cab, because I don't drive to lose money. I drive to make money. And right now, if fuel is going up another $1.50 a gallon US equivalent, I don't make any money. The Uber drivers, the food delivery kids, these low-income folks who are, just trying to get by. London, the city, can you imagine the cost of ridership for their subway systems and all their other, their incredibly wonderful mass transit system? The cost to the City of London, the City of Paris, the City of Rome, Madrid, Barcelona, their costs are surging because of the strong American dollar and persistently high price of oil, because oil isn't cheap right now. We think it's cheap at $86 a barrel, but it's not cheap at 86, 87 a barrel. That's not cheap. Cheap is $40 a barrel. Right now, we're still paying a lot too much money. And what is OPEC talking about? We're going to cut production. We're talking about cutting production. OPEC is not a friend of the United Kingdom. They're not a friend of France. They're not actually friends of Europe. They're not friends of America, I can tell you that. These folks are looking to make some serious scores here. They can get oil to 150 a barrel. They have got bribe money for all their people like you can't believe. It's going to be great. And they can build a whole bunch of more skyscrapers in Dubai and Abu Dhabi and Riyadh and everywhere else off the backs of the Western world. But welcome to the world that we live in, folks. This is what we got. Listen, we have 7 minutes to go until we start trading. We're going to be lower today. Could we be off 700, 800 points today? Yep. The Dow could lose 500, 600, 700 points today. Could. It could also bottom out in the first hour, hour and a half for a bit of a respite and then have a little rally, even go up. It might actually go up later today. The selling might run out of gas for a little while, but we got the long weekend coming up, folks. Labor Day. I don't see hedge fund traders, day traders wanting to hold stock over the weekend. I think they want to be in cash between now and tomorrow. Option expiry day tomorrow. We could be lower, and so we'll see what's going on. Okay. Anyway, there it is. What we got now. Susan Shops is asking, Bruce. Yesterday I bought 3. I think those are HPQs. I bought 3 HPQ January 2023 $20 calls for 9. Thoughts on should I sell to close and buy January 24th for more time, or should I write calls? HPQ gap down yesterday. Yeah, HPQ did break down a bit yesterday. Right now in the pre-market, see if I can get this to pop up. We're down 51 cents at the moment at 28.20. Yesterday was 28.67 to 30.22. We're 28.20 right now. Susan, you don't have to do anything at the moment as far as flipping into 2024s. I would have preferred you bought 2024s, but look, you got 4.5 months. So for the next month or two, you can write away, write, and bring in money. And amass this cash, build up this cash and pile it up. If the shares are going to hang around here between 28 to 30, let's just suppose, and you're bringing in some option money, great. You may find that you'll write a set of options that say, let's say you write 30s and you get $1.20 for them, and you buy them back for 60 cents. And then you keep doing that for a couple of weeks, but between one of these writes, you find out that, the stock is back to 30, 30 and a half, 31. You might be in a position where you can sell your calls for $1 more than you paid for them. Because after all, these are 20s. I mean, you're $8.30 in the money right now, even though they're at this price. The stock goes to 31, you're 11 in the money. And you got time premium, maybe 50 cents, $1, you might have a $12 contract. So theoretically, you might make a couple of bucks on option premium in the next few weeks, which is great, amass the cash. But you might find that you're making $1 or $2 on your calls, and you can then sell them for a profit and then roll into 2024s. Now, the 2024s may cost you $1 more than what you got for your 2023s. It's, after all, another year of time. They might be $2 more. Well, your option premium will bring in enough money for that rollover if that's what you're going to do. On the other hand, you might decide to sell the 20s you got now, but when you buy the 2024s, you're not going to buy 20s, you're going to buy 22s. And they might be the same price as the 20s that you're selling now. So you sell the 20s for a little gain, buy 22s for the same money for a year further out, keep writing. Okay, so it's going to be all right. Let's see. What else is going on here? Yeah, we're going to have to do that there. Let's see. Let's go. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Lame Duck, number 95, thumbs ups. Nick, 98. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate these thumbs ups. If you can throw them our way, help us out, get us going. Karen, thank you. Thank you all. And let's go. Coyote, hello, everyone. Last month was my most profitable SoFi cover call month this year, oddly. Alex, Bruce, I just want to let you know today's gold bagel alert was really helpful. I'm adjusting my strategy accordingly. Right on, sir. Happy about that. Let's see. What's going on? I was waiting for a pop. Not anymore. Exactly. Right. Just right. Okay. What else is going on here? Thank you all. I'm just trying to keep up with comments that where people aren't talking to each other if I can. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, here we go. Berlin Pax is saying, my parents don't even want to see the Stasi files because they don't want to know which friend back then snitched on them. Crazy. Yeah, it's been a real eye-opener for Germans that used to be in West Germany. You're allowed to go to the Stasi building anytime as a German national, and you can request to see your files. I think you have to make an appointment, but the staff there will bring you all the files that the Stasi had on you, and you can read them for yourself. And in some cases, we're talking binders of stuff that people had no idea that they were being spied on in West Germany by West Germans that were being paid under the table by the Stasi. It was pervasive, sinister. There were people living in Hanover and in Hamburg and in Munich were being spied on. The East Germans were everywhere because how can you tell the difference between an East German speaker and a West German speaker? A spy that is properly trained and vetted just fits right in. Absolutely scary. But in East Berlin, oh my gosh, and East Germany, you didn't dare speak out very much because if you did, you were running the risk that someone in your family was a paid informant of the Stasi. And this is the case in China. There's in East Germany, by the way, 1 in 7 East Germans were employed by the Stasi. 2 million. There were 2 million East Germans spying on 14 million East Germans, either officially on the payroll or under the table or under threat that if you don't come in here every 2 weeks with an update on these 20 people we're telling you to watch, you don't give us information on these 20 people every 2 weeks, we're just going to have to try you for anti-state activities, and you'll be in a secret trial. They'll not open to the public, nor your relatives, friends. No one will know. You will be convicted because you never win. And you'll be put into a prison to be, quote, re-educated to understand just, how loyal you should be to East Germany. And you're gone for 6 months, a year. And you might be in a psycho ward in a hospital with all kinds of experimental drugs to kind of get you to stop with those stupid thoughts about how the West is better. You got to be kidding me. The East is better. It was sinister. It was brutal, inhumane. It was against all conventions. It's going on in China right now. Come on over, spend your money, they say. Yeah, I don't think so. Yuck. Anyway, there you have it. Yes. Yeah, and White Feather, here you go. I saw an interview with a Chinese refugee. She talked about how political prisoners are forced into organ donation surgery against their will. There's a scary thought. Yep. Crazy. Splair, my dad had for a while, probably 3 years ago, a girlfriend in China. When he arrived there, his social media accounts were blocked. Messages that went through received an alert, checking through government. Yes, exactly. Coyote, Berlin, Pax. Wow, that's wild, but also very interesting. Let's see. Welcome all to the channel. Let's go. Anyway, thank you everybody for being here. We're open for trading, so thank you for that. Larry, you probably hit the bells and I've missed it. There it is. Thank you. We got to go to members only chat. Thank you all of you who are here as lurkers. Those of you who are here as subscribers, thank you for subscribing to this channel. Please subscribe. And if you've become a member of this channel, I want to thank you so much. Jen and I are blown away that so many of you have taken to become members. We thank you. And members only comment has been turned on now for this show. Thank you all for your support of Stock Markets with Bruce and good old Uncle Bruce. I appreciate it. Absolutely wonderful that you're here, and I'm hoping that the opinions we give you or ideas I'm giving you for the markets are working for you and help you make money in the markets. Avoid making catastrophic mistakes is the other thing. This option revenue, I'm hoping it really works for you. Hawkeye is thumbs up 152. Thank you guys for these thumbs ups. 163. I need 37 more to get to 200. If any of you out there can hit that thumbs up button right now, I mean right now, get us to 200 thumbs ups ASAP. It's always a goal of ours to reach the 200 level as soon as humanly possible. That tells YouTube to send more viewers to this channel and find out what is happening in the markets in plain English. 176 are here, 24 more to go. Now we only need 22. We got 178 sitting here. Hit those thumbs ups for us. Get us to 200, and I thank you so much for this support of this channel. Tell YouTube by hitting that thumbs up button that more people should be here, and we love you for it, okay? Thank you, guys. Keep them coming. We need those thumbs ups. What else? So I could find out if they knew something about my family. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Let's see here. What else is going on? Everybody, welcome. Mirko's number 160. Welcome to the show, guys. JW 159. Thank you. Larry Titus, ring-a-ding-ding. Thanks, buddy, for being here and hitting that bell today. I appreciate it. Welcome one, welcome all. We're down 152 on the Dow. Let me just double check on that. Double check it. We're down 181, I think. Let's get this market running and see where we're at right now. The Dow's off 183 to start the morning. I've got an S&P down 29, and I've got NASDAQ down 137. The NASDAQ is down 1.17%. It's the loser today. S&P down 0.75 of a percentage point. The Dow down 0.58. We've got oil down $1.96 to 87.61 at the moment. And we're looking at HPQ at 28.30, down 41 cents. Not too serious, but it's off a little bit. We'll see how that runs as the day goes on. GameStop is 28.42. We're off 21 cents. Again, those of you who have written calls on GameStop and are sitting on 60, 70, 80% gains, you got to be taking those off the table and writing closer in calls. Get aggressive and write calls closer into this money. Put more cash in your account immediately. You are in absolute, you deserve it. You deserve to cash in some money. And one way to do it is to buy back a call that is sitting at $1.10 or 80 cents or 60 cents and write a call for $3, $4, or $5. I want you to bring in hundreds of dollars a call more into your accounts. I want you doing that on Apple. I want you doing it on anything else you can, because it is payback time. It is time for you to be paid to be holding these shares and to offer stock above the market, but for time premium, serious time premium. It's time to bring that in. So however it works for you, make it happen and let me know how you're doing. Bring in some cash. We've got the 10-year now at 325. This bodes not well for the stock market, all right? If the Treasury of the U.S. 10-year note is at 3.25 and going higher, this market is going lower. That means option writers make money, but you've got to be in a position to have written in a contract that can make you this cash. Don't write 60-cent contracts, write $3.60 contracts, $6.60 contracts. Take cash off the table. If you're aggressive, you can write GameStop 25s right now, 356 in the money, but make sure you're getting a $2, $3 premium on top of that, depending on how long this contract is good for. Take time premium and book value and dare this market to go to 30. Dare it. It goes to 25, you will score huge. Again, be prepared to write a $6.50 contract to buy it back at $3 and call that a win, because it is. Selling at $6.50 and buying at $3 is a $3.50 hit to you. Nice. 10 of those, $3,500. 20 of those, $7,000. Makes for a good week, makes for a good month, makes for good vibes. It's time to be paid. Thank you, everybody. Michael Downs, I'm number 184. My right is in. Let the shrinkage for the long weekend begin. I'm 32% up on my SoFi call that I had written yesterday. Right here. Way to go. Bobby also purchased 30 shares more of SoFi and ATIP. Like I said, not spending the money is tricky. Andrew, it's been my biggest learning curve too. There you go, kids. Welcome all to this business of writing options and being paid to be a holder of stock, but being well paid. Don't be taking pennies, take dollars. Welcome to the show, kids. Oh, we're having fun here. We're down 193 on the Dow. No mercy. And that's the thing you notice about a down market. There's no mercy. It just goes down, and that's it. Down markets create more momentum on the downside, and faster momentum, and more panic momentum, where option writers are calculating assassins, and they pick their spots. They shoot to win. And this is what you have to do. You have to be ruthless, absolutely ruthless to take this money. You got to do it because they'll take it from you if you don't take it from them. Remember, the other side of your trade is a desperate gambler, a desperado. And it could well be that the buyer of your contract or contracts could be a collection of gamblers out there who have, borrowed money from friends and relatives, pawned off a guitar, borrowed money on their credit card, sold furniture, whatever. They're trying to get a score for no good reason. They're buying into call options with the stock market down 203 points, thinking that, we're going to go up 1,000 points at any time. We're going to get this turnaround. I'm going to make a killing. Makes no sense whatsoever. You've got to take their money for their own good. Because if you don't, a hedge fund will do it. I think you deserve it more than a hedge fund deserves it. There you go. Fun times. We're down 26 on AMC, up 10 on the apes. So they're down 20. They're down 16 cents today, I guess. GameStop down 26 to 28.38.37. The low of the day 27.93. SoFi 576 down 16 cents. A bargain down here, obviously. Rocket Lab 551 up a penny. HPQ down 45 cents to 28.26. ME 17 cents lower to 320. Matterport down 19 to 442. ATIP down a penny. ATIP is at 89 cents. It makes no sense, but it's a down market. That has nothing to do with ATIP. It's nothing personal. It's just business. People are in trouble out there and they need money. Smart Rent down 27 to 296. Ridiculous. Of course. It's a ridiculous price. Spire 134 down a fifth of a penny. Sixtera down 23 to 611. Bed Bath & Beyond down 45 cents to 908. I don't even know why it's here. It should be $3. It's going to $1. It's done. Tesla down $1.49. Pfizer up 26 cents. Boeing down 5.11. Apple down 51. Cisco down 17. Twitter down 4. Home Depot down 51 cents. Carvana down 110. Robinhood down 23. Vanek Vectors down 5.33. IBM down 7. Microsoft 252 lower. Goldman down 4.94. Google is up 196. Amazon up 86. Facebook up 394. BlackBerry down 11. Royal Caribbean down 95. Costco down 260. Walmart up 47. Nvidia down 8.22. Disney down 49 cents. American Airlines down 18 cents. Netflix up 96 cents. Moderna down, up 68 cents. Some mixed markets there, but it's off. We're off. And we've got to take advantage of this momentum in our direction. There you go. Welcome one, welcome all. Let's see here. GameStop going green. Stink bids are in, says Wavy Gravy. Spicy. GameStop's up. Quarter. Yay. Wavy Gravy. Stink offer, shall I say. There you go. Yeah. Offering contracts on GameStop on stink offers, a good idea. Putting stink bids to buyback contracts, a good idea. Always, stink bids save lives. Don't forget that. Stink bids save lives. I love that expression. What can I say? Rocket Lab is moving the other direction, up 7 cents. Yay! They're not all losers, but the market is in a downdrift here. Okay, so much fun today, so much activity, never a dull moment. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, watching right now this market with the interest rates. It's dicey. The U.S. 10-year 3.242, just at 3.25%. Definitely going higher. Rates are going higher. Futures for currencies: euro 99.79, the pound 115.65, going lower. Asia dropped 1.5%, 2.5% last night, all over the place. Europe is off 1.5%, 1.6%, 1.3%. Markets are under pressure in Europe. Oil down 170 right now, and the Nasdaq, the S&P, the Dow are all off about 0.5 point to 0.75 of a point, roughly, at this moment in time. 28.68 on GameStop, 28.65 on GameStop, up 1 penny. Did you like that rally? Was it make you happy? Right contracts. Put in stink offers and hopefully you'll get taken out at top dollar. You deserve top dollar, but you need dollars, and you'll be rewarded. I'm certain of it. Wants to go higher, you'll do rollovers. It's fine. It's just fine. You won't mind doing rollovers. But in the meantime, let's take some dough off the table here. GameStop volume, where are we at right now? Yesterday, 5 million. Right now, 491,000. 491,000 volume, 125,000 before the split. Yuck. That's what we're talking about. That is yuck volume. We're down 3 cents now, 28.60. A little lower. SoFi down 13. Rocket Lab up 6. HPQ down 33 to 28.38 right now. HPQ, the high was 28.51. The low 28.19. We're now at 28.38 on HPQ. So a recovery from the low of the morning-ish. And again, if any of you have made a nice little return on options on HPQ, you put in your stink bids, score them, and then turn around and write stink offers on contracts closer into this money for the next week, 2 or 3, and bring in cash. Bring in cash. Where are we at on Apple right now? Apple 157.02, down only 20 cents. We hit 155.92 this morning. We're now 157.02, so there's a recovery there a bit. Again, an opportunity to write calls on Apple if they want to push 157, 158. Maybe you can get 160 off for a real nice premium, because you've got to bring in dollars on this stuff. Absolutely. See, is it normal? Matterport 20 cents lower. One of my calls out of the money and still compared to yesterday's unchanged. It might be it hasn't traded, and the bid ask might be adjusted. That might be the thing there. If it's not an active trading contract, it might show the bid ask lower than the last trade. So I wrote 31s for 9.9 on GameStop. I'm up. Are you suggesting I get out and take something further out? No, I'm suggesting that in theory, if you're up nicely, great. You've written 31s and you're out of the money now by what is it, 250? 20? Are we 28.51? 28.39? What you could do is buy back these 31s and write 9.16 30s. $1 closer in, 1 week further out, bigger premium in your pocket. That's what I'm talking about. If you were sitting on 32s, 33s, 34s, 35s or higher, I would be yelling at you to do this. You're not that far out with 31s, but you could write 31s for 9.16, but you can also write 30s for 9.16, and that might be that a little extra cash with the extra week coming in. All right, keep an eye on that. Check your option chain for the best return on this move. DH root number now 197. I just sold 8 GameStop 29s for the 2nd of September. So that's tomorrow. 75 cents while waiting in line for security. It's a work trip right now. So nice going. You sold 8 calls for 75 cents that die tomorrow, and they're out of the money 60 cents. Cool. I'm pretty sure what you'll be doing is buying these back on a stink bid, and then you're going to likely write next Friday calls for some dough. Right on. Thanks for answering one of both possibilities. Will it be? Nazareth, the options also are ahead of the stock at times, so it might be the same right now because the options bet that'll be returned to the same position soon. Mirko just rolled some GameStop 35, October 21, which I had from a rollover back to September 16. GameStop 29 with a 10-cent profit per contract. Okay. All righty. So going from 35 to 29s, and from October 21 to September 16, coming in nice and close. Okay. And now you can watch those dissipate, hopefully to zero. Right on, buddy. Well done. Let's see how this plays out. September 16's. Let me find those right here. Here we are, September 16's. These are 29s. 221 to 275, last to 230. So there's a couple of dollars in your hand there in only, what are we talking about here? 2 weeks, short period of time with Labor Day thrown in there. Right on. I started writing on my deep in the money HPQ calls. I don't want them to lose more value without having covered calls sold. Yep, that's right. That's right. Always be writing. Exactly. I'm sure the stock will recover now. It's all good, my friends. It's all good. Sometimes you've got to be a little more aggressive than you're comfortable with because the market is making you shift. You can't fight the market. You got to go with it. And if the market wants to drop, you got to go with the drop. Just keep going. The market wants to run up, go with the run up. And just say, okay, well, the stock told me to do this. Stock wants to go up. I'll do a rollover. Okay. The stock dropped $2, and I didn't think it would drop another 2, but it did. I didn't think it would drop another 2, but it did. And I wrote, and I bought back, and I wrote, and I bought back, and I wrote because the stock kept telling me to do this. That's all you're doing. You're not guessing. You're going with it. Don't fight the market. Go with the market, but make it pay you. Make it pay you. Don't be satisfied with an 80% gain making 40 cents a share profit. No. Be satisfied with an 80% gain when you sell at 5 and buy back at $1. Now you're talking, because that pays bills. All right, Mirko bought the October's back for $252, sold to September 29th for $262. Here we go. Rock and roll. That's a good trade. That is a really good trade. Think of winning covered call game as average down your stock also. That's right. That's another way to kind of, in your mind, play it. I look at it as income generation. That's how I look at it. And for those of you who need income to ultimately stay ahead of the inflation curve, stay ahead of cost of living, improve cost of living, you just want a better lifestyle. It's nothing personal. I just want to live a better lifestyle. Then it's an income game. And the key now is how many can you write? And that will dictate how well your income game will go. I've had viewers tell me, like Christina and others, I used to have so many shares of this stock, like GameStop. I used to have 100 shares of GameStop. Now I have 400 shares of GameStop. I sold my 400 shares of GameStop. I have 8 deep in the money contracts. I went from 100 shares of GameStop, where I used to write 1 contract at a time, and now have 8 in the money contract, deep in the money calls. I write 8 contracts at a time. I've just increased my income by 800% because I'm writing the same damn contract for the same amount of time for dollars 8 times. That's the difference. Some of you had 5 shares of GameStop. You now got 20. You get 500 GameStop. You have 2,000 GameStop, and you could theoretically turn that into 40 or 50 deep in the money calls, and now write 40 to 50 calls instead of what you used to write way back when. It's a new world order, and it's time to up your income game. That's what we're talking about. Spicy just sold 3 for $28. I got 320 out of a 923. Is that what you're talking about going in the money? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about going in the money. You're saying to the market, you can take me out right now at $28. I get to keep the 320. So I'm actually getting 31.20. Stock's at 27.98 right now. Take me out at 28. Go ahead, take me out at 28. I dare you to take me out at 28 because I'm getting 31.20. I'm going to turn around and buy this at 27.98, and I'm going to write another one. I'll write a 26. Yeah, plus the premium. Yeah, exactly. You got 320 in your hand right now. $320 times 3. That's $960 in your account. That is powder. Now you're doing this, going, all right, well, what are you going to do now? We're down to $27.95. We're down 74 cents on the stock right now. That's right. And you're looking at that contract. This thing goes down to $1.05. Buy them back. Give them $300 back. Keep the $600 and write a new one again. And maybe it's a 9/30 expiry date, and it might be a 26. You'll take in another $1,000. Give it to me. Yes, pick home. I just have to remember, you don't win until you take the money buying back on stink bits. That's correct. And when you close out the position is when you count your chips. Exactly. We're down 130 on the Dow, 25.9 on S&P, 116 on NASDAQ, oil down 168 right now. What else is going on here? NVIDIA stock drops as U.S. limits exports to China. Don't be playing NVIDIA. Yikes. JL Marks, SoFi, January 2024, $10 contracts at $1. Are they worth selling for $1 for Jan 2024 on SoFi? Well, I look at it this way. If you did and you took the cash to buy more SoFi to help you average down your SoFi, might be an idea. Now, if you've got 1,000 SoFi and you can write 10 of these, or if you can get 110 or 120, it depends on, I don't know if this is a bid or an ask price you're telling me. I don't know if that's a good price or not that you're getting there. But if you're bringing in $1,000 because you've written 10 contracts and you pick up $1,000 worth of SoFi, you have almost enough money to buy 200 more shares, writing 2 more contracts. You've lowered your average and you've written 2 more contracts for another $200, and you're saying to the market, take me out at 10. I'm really selling at 11. My average is now $8. I'm up $3 on this takeout. Take me out. I dare you. Well, they're not going to take you out at 572. I wouldn't be that aggressive writing 10s right now. I personally would not be. I would not want to write January 24 10s right now. I would really rather not sell any calls on the stock because I think we have a $1, $2 run in front of us at any time. I think we can reach $7 to $8, $7.50 to $8 at a moment's notice. And then I would consider maybe writing 10s. But at that point, I think I'm getting $2. And so I might want to hold off right now. Options Nomad sold a GameStop $27 strike expiring September 23 for $4. There you go. $400 in the door. Thank you very much. We're at $27.75. It's worth $3.70. No, that 27 is worth 75 cents. That's right. I'm sorry. It's worth 75 cents. You got $4 for it, and it dies in 22 days. Yeah. The next week, guess what it's going to be worth? $3. Week after that, $1.50. If the stock does nothing. If it does nothing. Nick just made $12,960 on Footlocker short cover. Just too much manipulation going on. We'll short more if it goes up. Nick, way to go, buddy. You're doing it. Coyote, holy bloodbath. There you go. Holy bloodbath. We're down 156 on the Dow, 30 on S&P, 133 on NASDAQ. NASDAQ down 1.1%. Just dropped a half a percentage point in the last 15 minutes. S&P down 0.75%. Dow's down a half a point. That's what's going on here. 27.76 on GameStop. We're at new lows on the day. The low 27.74. We're at the lows, down 88 cents. Did you get some options written? Some of you did. And down goes the stock again. Here we go. JL, thanks. 2K will cross arms, Uncle Bruce. Alex Gowdy, I wish the market could have waited an hour before dumping so I could have got my stink offers filled. Well, that happens. Sometimes the stink offers are too stinky and you don't get it. It is the way it is. But the overall game plan, it remains the same. Let's see. We're down 37 on AMC, up 3 on APE. That's a 34-cent drop again. Those AMC shares, 875. APE shares under 5 now. 1360 something value combined after all that hype and anticipation and everything else, and it's a dead duck. Oh gosh, that's bad at AMC. GameStop 27.92, a little bump here, going nowhere fast. SoFi 574, down 18 cents. Bargoon, Rocket Lab 540, down a dime. HPQ dropping again, down 77 to 27.94. Keep rolling those contracts. If you can buy back calls you sold for 31, 31 and a half, 32, you sold those 30, 50s, they've come back up, buy them back, and now write 29s. Keep writing. Just keep writing. Bring in more money. Bring in more money. ME 324, down 12 cents. Matterport down 23. ATIP unchanged at 90. Smart Rent down 22 to $3. Spire down a penny to 134. Cyxtera down 38. Bed Bath Beyond down 68 cents to 884. Tesla down 211. Pfizer up 47 cents. Finally, 45.70. Boeing down 623. Apple down up 22 cents, up 16 cents. Cisco down 8. Twitter unchanged. Home Depot up 56 cents. Carvana down 198. Robinhood down 36 cents. Moving on. Nazareth. I rolled my $38 contracts on GameStop. $40 strike, September 16 to 30 strike, September 16. Took in $2 a share each. Keep dropping GameStop. So he's brought in $7,600 in cash. He's gone from September 16 to September 16 from 40 to 30. Got it. Okay. And we're at 27.92. We're 208 out of the money. There you go. Right on. Wing Commander bought back 7 various GameStop calls, turned around and sold 7 28s for $923, $305. There you go. Bringing in $2,000+ Boom from those. Way to go. Way to go. Keep repositioning, people. Make them pay you. Make them pay you. Coyote, I feel for those who are buying at the top of that market bull trap before the rug pull. If only there were people who could have warned them on AMC. Yeah. If only there was a channel out there that was trying to tell people this AMC at $27 is not a good idea. I don't know. Was there anybody out there trying to warn people about the $5.4 billion in debt they had? And there was no way they were going to raise any money by issuing these prefs. If only there was a place to have gone for safety. Alex, everybody needs a wise uncle in their life. Yeah, I guess so. GameStop, it was at 49, 2 weeks ago? No, GameStop was like 45-ish 2-3 weeks ago, temporarily. Something like that. Wasn't that right? BBBY was at 30. That we know. Nazareth, I've been playing puts on Spiner since it hit the 200 moving average. It's been paying off. Right on. 27.81 on GameStop, backing up again, down 83 cents. The market, the Dow is off 135 right now. 27.81 on GameStop. SoFi down 18, Rocket Lab down 6, HPQ down 89 to 27.82. Now the 47 was the high a couple of weeks ago, right on 47.99. That was the high trade. Somebody bought it there. Somebody paid that much for it. How much would you like now at 27.80? It's on sale. Wow. Just wow. Amazing. Yeah, you got to take the dollars when they hand them to you. It's amazing. All right. Welcome one, welcome all. We have a 154 point drop on the Dow right now. We've got on the thumbs up meter 206 thumbs up. So you guys are awesome. Thank you for getting me to 200 plus thumbs ups. If you can throw any more at it, please do. Those of you who are now members for 18 months, 17 months, 16 months, 15 months, thank you so much for so many of you who have been hanging around here for so long. If you want to let us know how long you've been a member, you're able to do that by hitting that. I think you hit that $sign thing, and then it gives you the option to make a donation or tell us how long you've been a member. Let us know how long you've been a member. Has it been working for you? Are you guys making any money out there? I sure hope so. Exciting stuff. This is going to continue, kids. Unlike Mr. Takagi, who will not be writing options for the rest of his life, you will be writing options for the rest of your life, and you will be well rewarded for your efforts, I think. And I couldn't be happier. I could not be more happy. 27.52 on GameStop. We're going lower again. We're at the lows of the day here at 27.50 range. We're pushing the lows. It wasn't his fault for buying at 47.99. It was a global conspiracy. Oh, that's what it was. Yes. I know a channel. It's called Different Holding Companies with Bruce. Lorraine, I'm number 188. By the way, market-wide selling right now. What's going on? We're down 214 on the Dow. That's right. We are. Look at that. Lorraine, member for 12 months, gold bagel level member. Lorraine, thank you for your support of this channel, being a gold bagel member. I cannot thank you gold bagel members enough for being here as premier members of this channel. There's Michael Downs, member for 15 months, chilling with Uncle Bruce. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Thank you for 15 months of loyalty to this channel. I sure hope it's paying off for you. Good stuff, you guys. Exciting. 27.54 now on GameStop. New lows are being set here at 27.50. Just so you know, those calls you've been writing the last week or two, and even this morning and yesterday, they're dropping again. How about that? That's good stuff. Let's see here. Commentary. Bama Babe, my membership time here never changes. It appears to be stuck, she says. Splair, I mean, there's someone mentioned the AMC store. Did anyone ever mention? Good morning, fellow simpletons and degenerates from Credit Savage, House Husband. What a glorious day to buy back covered calls. Uncle Bruce, a few months ago, I wrote a $25 covered call to sell my C3AI shares on January 2024, and I got $9.50 for it. I just bought them back for $3.50. Yay! Nice. You gotta love that. Gifts keep coming in. These donations of monies just keep coming in from the floor of that casino. It is a huge casino, kids. You're part owners of it. Enjoy. 27.54 to 27.56 on GameStop, down $1.08. Low of the day, 27.50. It would appear we're at the low now again on GameStop. I think Cynthia is safe with her 28.50 calls. Something tells me Cynthia's doing just fine on her 28.50 calls. A little gutsy move there. They die tomorrow, as a matter of fact. And the last time I saw them, they were, what was that, 59 bid. I don't even think they're 59 cents bid. Can someone tell me, can one of you guys look up what is the price of GameStop 28.50 bids that die tomorrow? What's the bid ask and last trade? Can anyone pop that up for me? I'd love that. I don't have live quotes, so you're going to have to let me know. But I think Cynthia's doing okay. I think she sold them at, what was it, 91 or something like that? I can't remember. Something like that. Pretty good move. 27.59 right now is where we're at on the shares of GameStop. Coyote, I removed my bids. Clearly, they are not disgusting enough. No lifeboats for anyone just yet. There you go. Little Shays, 28.30, last 29. DH Ruda 45. Nazar 39 to 44. Wavy Gravy 39 to 45. I think 39 to 45 is where they're at. And I think she sold hers at 90. Wasn't it 90 or 91? Was that? You remember that last night? That's cool. And I think it was, what was it? Was it 24 of them or 16. I can't remember how many it was. It was a little bit of a number. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Interesting how this is working out. Really interesting. 27.59 on the GameStop right now. There you go. Tony, thank you everybody for these quotes. I really appreciate it. Wavy Gravy, Nazareth, thank you, and everyone else helping me out. Appreciate it. 39 bid and drop out of the money. They're out of the money. They die tomorrow. Guess what they're worth tomorrow? Nothing. Zero. That's right. That's right. Options are dropping to nothingness here. How many gazillions of GameStop contracts have gone out of the money in the last 4 days? Just think about that. Since Friday, Monday, we're at 27.50. My goodness, a whole bunch of them. Nick, I am shorting ENPH right now. There he is. He's running it. He's still working it. We're down 225 on the Dow. This is must be near the low or at the low. 15 points from the low right now, which we just set. So we're down there. We're off 37.5 on the S&P, and we're down 153 on NASDAQ. NASDAQ down 1.3%, S&P down 0.96, the Dow down 0.73. All indexes have dropped lower by a chunk here. 27.44 on GameStop. New lows just got hit on GameStop. New lows. 27.44, 27.39 is the low trade that has been registered today. 27.39 on GameStop. SoFi down 20, Rocket Lab down 5. Down we go, kids. The markets are heading lower. We got HBQ down 91. More profits being made by option writers. Apple is now down 62 cents to 156.60. It is also backing off at the moment. Yeah, that is what's happening out there, kids. We are backing off. And I'm trying to update my little thing here. Hang on one second, guys. There it is there, and we'll put that there. Okay. Okay, and okay. I'm just readjusting my phone here for quotes. Trying to keep you guys posted on what's going on. Apple 156.50. The high was 157.68, and the low 155.92. Credit Savage. My wife had written a GameStop $120 covered call. Expiry October. This is pre-split, so that's a $30 call. And she got a nice chunk of change for it. Then it ran up and split. She now has 400 shares. Don't panic. She didn't panic and is about to buy them back for a nice, tidy profit. Oh, I can imagine. They can imagine she is. When she wrote them, they had a lot of time left on them. So, yeah. Good move. Well done, everybody. Congratulations, those of you who are having better relationships with your wives because you're making option returns. Hoping for the best for you on that front. And then, of course, congratulations to the wives whose husbands are happy because the wives are making a bunch of money writing options. Again, I'm hoping it all works out. It's all good. 27, 42 to 44 on GameStop right now. Down 221 on the Dow as we speak. SoFi 570, and we got Rocket Lab down a nickel. HBQ down 98 cents right now at 27.72. Mirko, 2 days ago, I sold 3 GameStop 30.5s for this Friday at 99 cents. I just bought them back for 16 cents. I just turned around and I sold 28.5s for next Friday, $1.80. Exactly. That's exactly what you have to do. Exactly there. Laughing out loud says Gowdy. Tiff, why is HBQ such a train wreck? The earnings haven't been that bad. Gee whiz. Call writing relations. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. This is an opportunity to buy a $20 deep in the money calls for hopefully under 900. If you can bet, you can get your hands on 21s or 22s. Again, for January 2024, I'd be loading up on those. And then immediately write calls. Write calls at 28.5, 28. Write a call for 29 immediately, 2-3 weeks out. Now, right now, buy the call. Write. Take time premium out of the money. Construction spending softens in July. Headline just came across the board. Let's see. What else is going on here? We're down 220 on the Dow, 0.70 at the moment. Okay. What else is going on? Nick wants to know if anyone else is trading GCT GigaCloud. Credit Savage, come on down to the dark Brandon casinos, baby. Come on down. Lots of money to be made. If it's not you, then some hedge fund will make that money, so you might as well be you. Zach, 212 thumbs ups, Bruce. Good day to everybody. Right on, Splair. A little bit more of downside on Matterport, and I can keep $40 and write a call on SoFi at Matterport today again. There we go. We've got GameStop at 27.42. The low of the day has been 27.34. That has been the low trade now. 27.41 right now. We are going for another low trade here. And we are looking at other stocks backing off. Obviously, Apple off 84 again. SoFi down 23 to 569. Rocket Lab down to nickel. HPQ down 103 to 27.68. There you go. Locking in some gains here. People buying back contracts. We've got Tesla down 378. Pfizer up 46 cents. Boeing down 6.99. Cisco down 27 cents to 44.45. We've got Home Depot up 65 cents. Carvana down 220 to 30.79. We got Vanik down 8.69. IBM down 60 cents. Microsoft off 361. Goldman down 7.58. Make it 8.01. Google up 62 cents. Amazon down 97 cents. Meta up 81 cents. Royal Caribbean down 198 to 38.87. Costco up 8. Walmart up $1.06. Nvidia down 12.85 to 138 with the restrictions of being able to sell to China kicking in. Get ready for more of this. We got American Airlines down 43 cents. We've got Moderna up 4 cents. The Dow right now down 256. I think we're at the low of the day or awful close to it. Let's see. What else have we got going on? GameStop, 27.32 on GameStop. This is a new low, 27.32. All of you, your contracts are backing off on your GameStops. Every single one of yours are backing off again. 27.39, 27.32, 27.29, the low print on the day right here. Okay. Opportunity knocks. What a day. We're down 98 on HPQ, 27.72. What a great day to be buying in the money calls on HPQ. Great day to buy in the money calls on Apple. Great day to buy in the money calls on GameStop. Absolutely. AMC hitting new lows, says Alex. Wing Commander, I have a few 31s for September 09. I could buy them back for 91, 95-ish. Is it too aggressive to go in the money with 25s? No, but I would go further out. If you write 25s, I wouldn't write September 9s. I would write September 30s. I'd go out there, get even more money. Like I would want you to get your book value plus a fat premium. That's what you want. That gives you that cushion. That's where you win even if you lose. If the shares go up, you still win. That's the way you want to play it, okay? So take a look at that if you can and see what happens. Bring in the cash, man. Yeah. If you're going to write a call that's 240 in the money plus premium. I'm going to take a look at my delayed quotes, which obviously are not current. So don't mind me for accuracy. But if I'm looking at expiry September 23, I was showing 25s at 435 to 490. So there's a nice bump of money. Again, I'm behind. September 30, 25s, 460 to 520. So you get like 510, 520, 515 for those and pay about 90, 95 here. That's a gain of 410 in your account per contract. Yeah, that's cash in your account right now. You're offering your stock at $30 is what you're offering it for. Dare them to buy you out right now. I mean, write them now and get taken out right now. That'd be perfect because you can buy them back at 27.40. You just got paid 30 for them. This is the thing about being exercised. If you get exercised on contracts like this, the 25s, and the stock is under 30, you're being paid 30 to be exercised at $27 or $28. You don't care. You'll just buy back and write 25s again. Indeed, Nazareth AMC is technically 13 altogether with apes. So the low would be 950, but combined with ape, not at the lows yet, but oh, it's coming. I hear you there, Bleacher Creature. Get that SoFi, folks. Dirt cheap bargains to be had by all. Alex, Nazareth, sorry, yeah, fair point. I didn't include ape. Exactly. Ape is not helpful. Not all that helpful, is it? Not really. We're down 277 on the Dow, and we're down 46 on S&P. 194-point drop on NASDAQ right now. Interesting stuff. Oil down 248, 87.07 on oil. Splair, orders filled, bought back and could keep 24 on my Matterport 5s. October call. Making money. Splair is learning how to make money on options. It's dollars here and there. That's how you start. When you're small, you can even make money as a small investor. Splair, you're learning it. You're figuring it out. Way to go, buddy. Well done. Mortgage rates rise to 5.66%. This is a headline. Highest level since June. Likely to slow price appreciation of houses. 5.66%. I can guarantee you we're going to be 6.25 to 6.5 3 weeks from now. The Fed fund rate is going up 0.75 of a point. Again, this is going higher. I'm certain of it. It compounds too. That's right, Coyote. It compounds. The earnings compound. 258, 260 drop on the Dow. GameStop, 27.28 new lows. New lows on GameStop. 27.25 has just been touched. We're going down again, down 136. It's not like a catastrophic loss. It's like this Chinese water torture drives you crazy. It just won't stop. It's like mosquitoes. They keep buzzing around. They're going down, going down. Keep looking at your options on GameStop. If they're coming down for you and you can roll into higher priced contracts, boom, get in there. Absolutely. All right. What else is going on? Splair, it's lovely and very recommendable to everyone, no matter if it's only 1 or 200 or 1,000 in shares. Absolutely can be done. 265 drop on the Dow, 27.26 on GameStop, the low of the day, 27, I think 25. I think that's the low, 27.25. 27.24 is the new low of the day on GameStop. Well done, everybody. Pulling in some bucks here. HPQ is recovering a bit, down 86 cents, 27.85. Rocket Lab down 7, SoFi down 26, and the Dow off 266 right now. Okay, everyone. Welcome to the party, pals. Let's see. We got thumbs ups here, 216, and look at that. Kirk Brunson, YouTube and Facebook channel. The man is here. He's been a member for 18 months of both of my channels. This man is awesome. Uncle Bruce, every payday I buy more SoFi and I average down. I'm just waiting it out. You got it, pal. You got it. You're doing it right. Just picking it off. JL Mark, I've been a member for 12 months, a gold bagel member. Thank you, sir. And again, Michael Downs and Lorraine Innes, thank you guys for notifying us on your how long you've been members of this channel. It is much appreciated. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I know a number of you actually had your renewal day, I think yesterday, and you've chosen to renew for another month. Some of you have an automatic feature with YouTube. Others have to do it manually. Thank you all so much for renewing and letting me know how long you've been members, because I see the emojis next to your name, but they don't tell me how long you've been a member exactly. Only you can do that, and I thank you for notifying us, putting up the alerts. It is awesome, absolutely awesome. Flint Creek Soap Company, number 215, thumbs up, Spruce. Yahoo, I'm churning out a few thousand bars. I'm here, but hands are busy. Go Bagel Gang. Flint Creek Soap Company making the soap, babies. Oh, fantastic. Everyone loves that product. Fabulous. Thank you, everyone, for supporting Flint Creek Soap Co. Well done. Thank you all for being here. This is cool bean stuff. We're having a fun day yet again today. with this market. Unbelievable. Thank you for joining us from around the world, from wherever you are. I appreciate it. Love to find out. I haven't done this in a while, but if you have a minute, if you've got a couple of seconds, would you mind just telling me, where are you watching me from? Where are you located? What city are you in? What country? Love to hear that. It's been a while. Wing Commander, thanks, Uncle Bruce. Rolled the remaining calls into September 30, 25. So I brought in $440 a contract. Now we're talking. Flint Creek, love the support I get here, says Flint Creek. Damn it, love. I love the support. You got it. Check out Flint Creek's website, flintcreeksoapcompany.com, I think is what it is. You can do a Google search and put an order in for some soaps. You'll like it. I think you'll like it. San Diego, says Nazareth. I'm checking in San Diego. Mallow, I'm from Miami. Bartman, Grand Prairie, Texas. That's where I'm hanging out. Wing Commander, what's the deal with those asks? As soon as I put in a stinky in, prices go down. Market makers making markets and readjusting had to go down 455, 440 before I was the only one. Flint Creek Soap Company, smiling. Michael, Columbus, Ohio. Splair, wishing you all a nice and successful day out of Dortmund, Deutschland. I have a cousin who lives there as well. Fabulous. 213-point drop on the Dow. GameStop, 27.33 now. We've been as low as 27.24, and we're just around the lows. Elsa, Cincinnati, Ohio. Fantastic. Larry Titus, Washington, D.C. Mike Sullivan, new member. I think this is a returning offender, a repeat offender. I think. Mike, welcome to the gang. Great to have you here, pal. Tiff, I'm from Karlsruhe, Germany. Can't pronounce that very well. Mr. T, number 182 here in Chandler, Arizona. Hawkeye, Millbrae, California. Gotta love my Californians. Credit Savage, Dark Credit Savage, tuning in here. Mean Streets of San Francisco, California, baby. Gold Bagel member crew. Karen, Clovis, California is where I'm from. Fabulous, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Mike Sullivan, for joining us here, being back, coming in here, chilling with Uncle Bruce member. Great that you're here, pal. Fabulous. Those of you who've been members a long time, let us know how long you've been a member. We love to hear this stuff. We're down 200 on the Dow, 27.32 on GameStop. As we continue on, Andrew Fielder, Little Rock, Arkansas. Rock and roll, buddy. Thank you, sir, for letting us know. From Little Rock, Arkansas. Beautiful. Love it. Yeah, I love it. Where are you folks watching me from? Let me know. My wife loves your products, Flint Creek Soap Company. How about that? Zach, the foggy side of the East Bay, good old Berkeley, California. Someone's got to live there. It might as well be you, Zach. It might as well be you. If someone has to live there, what are we going to do? 27.35 on the GameStop, everybody. Arnica, number 81. I'm a new member, but I've been lurking for over a year. I wish I had joined sooner. From Des Moines, Iowa. Hi, everybody. Oh, and the R is silent in my name. Think Annika. There you go. I love that. Thank you, Annika. Karim, Clovis, Fresno, baby. Let's go. Michael, I'm back. Hi, Uncle Bruce and Jen from Florida. I knew it. You were a repeat offender. You're back. Beautiful. Susan shops about Bruce. HBQ September 30 strikes at $28. Are these a good ones to write? Premium is $380, and I'm on Amelia Island in Florida. Right on. HBQ $27.97 is the price of the stock right now. And you can write September 30s and get $380. I'd do it. I would do that. Yes, indeed, I would do that. You're offering your stock at $31.80, whether they're poor man covered calls or just stock. No problem. Yeah, I would do that. Absolutely. There's premium there to be shrunk out. Absolutely. Bleacher Creature still in my undisclosed location in Miami. Sell my house fast, Upper Marlboro. I'm in Washington. Wing Commander today, listening in from South Tyrol. trading, enjoying nature, living the dream, baby. Larry, whoa, 18, time flies. We're flying, baby. Let's go. Chris Savage, Zach, another fellow hippie. Yay. Someone else in Millbrae and Clovis, too. Uncle Bruce has a nice reach in the San Francisco Bay Area. It seems maybe he should come visit when he is in California next time. I would love that. Cindy B, Ferndale, Michigan. Right on, Cindy B. Thank you for joining and being here from Michigan. Fabulous. Love my Californians and everyone else from around the planet. You guys are incredible. Thank you for letting me know where you are. Where are you watching me from, man? What's happening out there? It is all cool bean stuff. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, the San Francisco Bay Area, not a cheap place to hang out. You guys need option money. You absolutely need to bring in option money. And so way to go, kids. Way to do it. Zach, Curtis said, we need to get Bruce and Jen to Northern California. We'll go to the North Beach and have a good old time. There you go. That'd be cool bean stuff. We did our get-together last year. We did one in Ontario. Had folks come down from the Bay Area, actually. That was kind of cool. Nice gang of folks. Hopefully we can do another get-together or two this year. That would be fine indeed. Mighty fine. Love that. I would love to do that. More meet and greets. That's definitely in the plan. Alex, Manchester, UK, also known as Inflation Island. Yeah, I'm sorry to say, Alex, you're right. Hawkeye, yes, I echo the Chris Savage. Visit Northern California. Visit Northern California. And Travis, I'm in Detroit, Michigan, baby. I'm in the great city of Detroit. Rock and roll, Motown. Yeah, man. They may have moved to California, but Motown is Motown in Detroit, and that's the end of that. Rock and roll, baby. You gotta love it. Fabulous, Travis. Thank you for being here. All of you from wherever you are on the planet, by all means, let me know. Where are you watching me from? It's amazing how many Europeans I have, how many Canadians, Americans, of course, and other countries. It's incredible. Folks watch me on reruns from all over the place. It's pretty cool bean stuff. I love it. Thank you all for your following and support of this channel. Fabulous. Larry, been a member for 18 months. Gold bagel level, 13 months strong. Larry, thank you for your continued support and helping with the bells. You are the man. Thank you, buddy. This is good stuff. All of you out there, thank you so much for being here, hanging out with us. Travis, profile pic is from where I lived in Chicago 6 years ago, laughing out loud. Let me take a look at that. Yes, that is, I guess that's Chicago. Right. Octavio, Los Angeles, Santa Clarita is where I'm from, man. Beautiful. Annika, Susan shops about. I love Amelia Island. I lived in Florida for many years, and I do miss it. Right on. 27.43 on GameStop, down 121. I would imagine that today everyone's options are cheaper on the GameStop. They've all gone down today yet again. What a run we've had on these shares. The back off continues, and there's no stopping it at this point. It continues on. What can I say? Mirko, looks like your subscribers aren't shrinking anymore now. It's time to bring them up over 100,000 again. That would be great. We'll grow the subscriber base with followers of this message. That's the key here. I would much rather have a real core dedicated group that are into option writing and understanding of averaging down and just waiting out the win. That's the key to this market. You got to be patient, and you've got to sometimes take actions that are harder to do than you think they are. When it comes to buying back contracts and writing new contracts at lower strikes, you have to make these shifts. The market is telling you that's what you got to do, and that's what you're going to have to do. Maximize your premium income from these contracts. Absolutely. Every time. No mercy. None. 27.39 on GameStop. The low of the day, 27.24. We're at 27.32 now. We're 8 cents away from the low of the day on GameStop shares. A 154 drop on the Dow. We're down half a point. S&P down 0.71%, and NASDAQ down 1.23%. Oil down 173 a barrel, 87.82. There you go. Let's go. The headline here. Am I a fool for keeping my IRA invested in stocks? You're a fool if your IRA is invested in stocks and you're not writing options. That's my opinion. What do you guys think? That's what that individual should be doing. Kent, that's what I'm doing. Poor man covered calls rule, baby. They rule, and stink bits save lives. 27.27 on GameStop, or down to 27.26 on GameStop. We're coming in with more selling for another low of the day here. We're backing off. 27.27, 27.28, 27.24 is the low of the day. Kent is making money writing poor man covered call contracts here. A lot of you have figured it out. You're listening to me and you're figuring it out. I could hold 200 shares of this, or I could hold 6 contracts of this. And instead of writing 2 contracts, I can write 6 contracts. I have 500 shares of this, or I could have 15 in the money calls. Do I write 5 contracts or 15 contracts? I want income, baby. I want to be paid. Maybe I should write poor man covered calls here. GameStop 27.25. We're at the low again here. We are right at it here. 27.24 last trade. What is going to happen? Flint Creek, enough of this down market nonsense. Seeing shortages of food grade oils. It's scary out there. Supplies low, demand high. Also spoke to SoFi manager. Option trading, they hope by the end of the year. That's interesting. This concludes my news report. Thank you, Flint Creek. 27.28 to 30, 27.26. Oh, we are pushing this 27.25 number around. It's a nice round number, but we might break through it and go lower to 27. Let's see. This will be interesting. Bed Bath Beyond stock falls again as another analyst turns bearish, citing abysmal business trends. Exactly. It's called bankruptcy. It's called Chapter 11 for Bed Bath Beyond. It's only a matter of time. They are going down, people. My personal opinion, they're going down. Susan shops about Bruce. I bought the calls to write covered calls on them. What happens if I get assigned? I'm having a hard time understanding. I'm writing on stock I don't own. I shouldn't care, right? Fidelity takes options. Well, you're writing calls against calls you have. The calls you have are deep in the money. The broker knows that you can buy calls, you can buy shares from the calls you have way down here. And so they let you write calls up here. You get assigned, you'll be short the stock. You'll have your calls, long calls, you'll be short shares, and you have a cash balance. The cash balance is from the price of the stock that you just had taken from you, that they just bought from you for money, plus the premium you got, you get to keep that. Add that up, you have more money in your account likely than what the shares are trading at. You'll buy the stock back and you're flat on your stock. You still got your deep in the money calls and you are writing new calls again. And you keep writing and keep writing, bringing in the capital from the calls. That's what you're going to do. And your broker is quite happy about it. Wing Commander, Uncle Bruce, 12.5 January 24 for GameStops. These go for 16.10 to 17.30. Goodbye to turn around and write a September 30 call. So in the money, a 12.50 in the money call. Okay, so it's in the money now. Where are we at here? About $15 in the money, and you can buy them for 16 to 17. Yeah, I mean, if you can get them for 16.15, 16.20, you're buying a call that's worth almost $15 for $16. Then you're writing September 30s. Sure. Are these they're January 24th? Oh yeah, sure. Interesting. Coyote, I shouldn't be enjoying this, but I am. We're down 165 on the Dow. GameStop 27.35 right now. Apple down 12 cents. SoFi 565 down 27 cents. Rocket Lab down 29 today to 521. So giving some back here. HBQ down 74. It's actually coming back up a bit. 27.99 on HBQ. AMC 862 down 51 on the commons, down 17.8 on the prefs. We're almost down. We're down about 65 cents, 65 cents on AMC today combined. 1330 is where they're at now, going down. ME down 21, Matterport down 33, ATIP 89.2 cents, down 0.8 of a penny. Smart Rent down 27, Spire down 1.5, Cyxtera down 43. We got selling going out there, folks. Pfizer holding a 47-cent gain. Boeing down 5.89. Cisco up 7 cents. It's slipping a bit. Kind of came back up, but it's slipping a bit. Twitter down 4. Home Depot up 118. Vanik down 7.40. IBM up 9. Microsoft down 3.80. Goldman down 5.30. Google up 51. Amazon down 112. That's where we're at. Mike is saying, Mike Sullivan, SoFi paid me $20 to give feedback on their options app beta testing last week. Right on. I take that. I would always do that for sure. Dow Jones down 179 right now, 27.34 on GameStop. We're dropping on the markets, going negative, 192 on the Dow now. We're backing off again. 34-point drop on the S&P, NASDAQ down 176. That's where we're at right here. Oil down $1.06. 5-year tips are climbing right here, right now. Yeah, that's what's going on, kids. We've got a market going down here. That is the deal. 27.29 now on GameStop. 27.29, 27.25 on GameStop, going lower. Folks, we've broken the 2-hour barrier for my show. Michael is saying, I think tomorrow's going to be even worse. I don't think day traders will want to hold anything over the long weekend. Yeah, that's what we were talking about this morning at the beginning of the show. Do you want to be long stock or long cash over the long weekend? I want to be cash. It's a lower market. We're down 222 on the Dow now, falling again. GameStop 27.25. Rocket Lab 520 down 30. HBQ down 81 now, 27.90. Interesting markets, to say the least. Alex, I'm with you there, Michael. W. Walters, good morning, all. I sold GameStop 916.25s for $4.25, and it's up to $32. But should I buy them back and rewrite for $9.30? The bid is $4.25, and the ask is $4.75. So I wrote 916.25s for $4.25. And they're $4.25 to $4. I don't think you have to do anything. I don't know why you have to do anything here. You got still next week. I wouldn't do anything. If you sold those calls, they're going lower. They're going to go lower. They're only in the money 228 now. In theory, if you did write the 30s, you could get more, but only if you get more. I don't think you need to do anything for a 50-cent move. I think you sit there and let these 425s drop off. That would be my take on it. I wouldn't be in a hurry to really do anything there. Let's see here. 27.27 on the stock, the low of 27.22. These options for that you've written. Hold on a second here. Where am I? Where am I? I'm over here. You wrote 25s for 916. Okay, let me take a look. 916. 25s. Here we go. The 25s. Yeah, I got 370 bid on my machine with a 415 ask. Yeah, I would not buy them back here yet. No. I would let this continue to depreciate even through the weekend. Come Tuesday, Wednesday, if the shares are here, those calls are going to be $2, maybe less. So I'd be in no hurry right now to pick these off. Yeah, this 25s are definitely going down to the 2 range or lower. Obviously, they're worth two something, obviously. But yeah, right now, no run, no rush. Now, look, if you can get them back for like $3 and you can write the 930s for 450, that's $1.50 more. Might be worth your while. But it's for 2 weeks, $1.50. I don't know if it's worth your while. I'd really let these depreciate. If the shares, like I say, we're 27.19, we're hitting new lows now on GameStop. We're 27.14. These are dropping book value right now. Every penny is book value lost. Okay, not forever, but for the moment. So your contracts are worth now $2.18 book value. There's a buck something premium on the time, and that is shrinking as well. So you're winning on both ends of this candle. This candle is burning at both ends. Right, Walters, let this continue to drop, and if you can scoop them back for 3 or 275, 276, 256, even today, I'd look at doing that, and then I would look at writing the 30th. And maybe you might write 24s or 23s for the 30th and get $4.5, $5. You might do that. Lots of time premium is what you want. Alex, isn't there a jobs report due out tomorrow? I think so, sir. Wing Commander put a stinky for January 24, $10 call, 17.8, 17.80. Guy, I can't imagine many people excited to exercise rights right now on the calls. And Nasdaq's down 8% over the last 5 days. What a dip. Coyote, hey, buddy, who knows? Got exercised on 39s a couple weeks ago. Wish I could send that guy an apology letter. Wing Commander, stink bid hit right there. How about that? There you go. GameStop, 27.03, dropping again and fast. Dropping quicker right now. This market is coming down. 27.01, low of the day right there. Dow's off 244, 252. Dropping, which means all of your options are dropping. All of your contracts are backing off. That's what you want to be taking advantage of. Absolutely rolling into lower strike price, further out perhaps, more cash in, more time to decide what to do. That's a good thing too. Wing Commander now trying to sell a September 30, 28 for $2.99. Got it. September 28. That's just out of the money, about almost $1, but that's a $3 price. If you get taken out at 28, that's a $31 price to you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good job. Zach, Coyote, oh, dear buyer, I'm sorry you were so impatient and basically kind of dumb. Thanks for the loot. Sincerely, the option snake. You know what the casinos do in Las Vegas, though? They say, dear Mr. Coyote, thank you so much for being a guest of our hotel. Here are some coupons for $99 rooms for the month of September. And here are 2 drink coupons for three drinks during your stay. Please come see us again. That's how Vegas does it. But what they mean is this. Gotta love it. Here's some free drinks too. There you go. Here's some free drinks for you. Thanks for coming by. Please come by again. Love it. I'd love to have you stay here. 269-point drop on the Dow Jones, backing off. 2707 on GameStop, the low of the day of 2701, if I'm right. 2701, that $27 bid is suspect right now. It might get taken out. That's a round number. They took out the nice round 2725 number and dropped it to 2701. We might go lower yet again here. Oh, my. Credit Savage, the options, Charmer, Shades, how about that? The options snake. GameStop, 2712, and now 2708, coming in with another wave of selling right at the moment. SoFi down 30, Rocket Lab down 30, HPQ down 87 to 2784. Coyote, the market is crying in their coffee, and we're throwing a party here. Zach, y'all come back now, yeah? You can't keep on coming back to the casino, and we'd love to see you folks wearing all that fancy clothes and slipping those $100 bills on our slot machines. We love it. We love it. We love you guys. Would you like a free drink? They're 3 ounces, like 4 ounces. You get 5 ice cubes. You get a shot of booze and 2 ounces of cola. Get hammered. Let's go. Thank you very much. Wing Commander, I paid the same price for a $20 strike on GameStop for January 24, 2 weeks ago. How about that? Now going for cheaper. How about that? We're now at GameStop 2710 at the moment. The Dow is off 285 points. S&P down 50, NASDAQ down 230. That's 1.94% on the NASDAQ, 1.2 on S&P, 0.9% drop on the Dow. The Dow is only down half the NASDAQ. The Dow should be down 570 to match NASDAQ. Just saying. Interesting. That's why we're dropping on these stocks. 2710 on GameStop. Interesting markets, everybody. All right, folks, I'm going to pack this in 2 hours, 14 minutes. I will see you at 3 o'clock today, Eastern time. We'll go through the final hour together of crazy trading today. Take the dollars they're handing you every single time. Apple down $1.22. I hope you did some writing today, folks. Taking dollars. If you wrote 160 calls on Apple today, if any of you have done that, it is possible that your 160 calls have dropped quite a bit. You never know. Take a look at maybe buying 160s back and writing 159s or 158s, taking in more cash. That might be another strategy. I don't know for sure, but this market is backing up. Let's see. Alex, SoFi is so cheap right now. I'm hoping to buy below 5 again. JRP, a Dow down 12% year to date. S&P down 15.5%. NASDAQ down 24%. As an option writer, I'm up 6%, and that was trading very conservatively. That will change now that I know what I know. Uncle Bruce, keep writing. Absolutely. Credit Savage just took 600 times $10 off the table and keep buying more Matterport and SoFi at these prices. I don't understand why all these other trading buddies are so sad. I'm sipping on the coffee here and I'm relaxing. Pickcomb says, neat. And so does JRP. John Anderson, thanks everybody. Bama Babe, another great day to write covered calls. Pick up some of your favorite stocks, super cheap. Absolutely right. Bama Babe knows of what she speaks. Thank you, everybody. Welcome to the party, pal. Now I have written lower covered calls. Ho, ho, ho. I'll see you at 3 o'clock. Take care, everybody.